Are you preparing for the WGU C165 Integrated Physical Sciences Objective Assessment and wondering how you should? You're in the right place. Our website offers a vast compendium of practice questions and answers exclusively for the C165 course. In this video, we will cover questions from scientific principles, environmental processes, physical laws, energy and matter, and Earth and space. So, let's get started. 1. A scientist is studying the effect of sunlight on plant growth. What is the independent variable in this experiment? A. Plant height. B. Amount of sunlight. C. Soil type. D. Water intake. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Amount of sunlight. Explanation. The independent variable is the one that is manipulated in the experiment, and in this case, it is the amount of sunlight. The other factors, example, plant height, soil type, are either dependent variables or constants. 2. A researcher uses a mathematical equation to calculate gravitational forces between celestial bodies. What type of model is this? A. Physical model. B. Conceptual model. C. Mathematical model. D. Computer model. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Mathematical model. Explanation. A mathematical model uses equations and mathematical representations to describe systems or predict outcomes, which is being used in this case. 3. Why is a laboratory experiment usually preferred over a field study? A. It allows for more precise measurement of variables. B. It allows you to change only one variable at a time. C. It is less expensive. D. It provides more accurate data. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. It allows you to change only one variable at a time. Explanation. Laboratory experiments give more control over variables, allowing only one variable to be manipulated at a time, which helps determine the cause and effect relationship. 4. What physical science is most suited for studying tectonic plates? A. Chemistry. B. Physics. C. Earth science. D. Zoology. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Earth science. Explanation. Earth science focuses on studying the Earth's structure, including tectonic plates, making it the correct choice here. 5. What best describes the greenhouse effect? A. It increases Earth's temperature by absorbing ultraviolet light. B. It causes cooling by reflecting solar radiation. C. It traps heat, raising Earth's temperature. D. It causes carbon dioxide levels to decrease. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. It traps heat, raising Earth's temperature. Explanation. The greenhouse effect involves gases in the atmosphere, trapping heat, which warms the planet. 6. Which physical science best explains the formation of chemical bonds? A. Physics. B. Earth science. C. Chemistry. D. Zoology. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Chemistry. Explanation. Chemistry studies the interactions between atoms and molecules, including how they form chemical bonds. 7. Which of the following is not considered a derived unit in the SI system? A. kmh. B. ms. C. centimeter/day. D. kilogram. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Kilogram. Explanation. A kilogram is a base unit in the SI system, whereas the other options are derived units. 8. A space probe is sent to a distant asteroid to collect data. Which of the following best describes this project? A. A controlled experiment. B. A laboratory experiment. C. An observational study. D. A statistical model. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. An observational study. Explanation. An observational study involves collecting data without manipulating the environment or conditions, which fits the description of sending a probe to an asteroid. 9. Which physical science is best suited for studying daily warming and cooling of the atmosphere? A. Physics. B. Chemistry. C. Earth science. D. Life science. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Earth science. Explanation. Earth science covers the study of atmospheric phenomena, including daily temperature changes. 10. Which of the following best explains the role of the troposphere? A. It is where most weather occurs. B. It is the densest layer of the atmosphere. C. It contains the ozone layer. D. It is where meteors burn up. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. It is where most weather occurs. Explanation. The troposphere is the lowest layer of Earth's atmosphere and is where almost all weather events take place. 11. What is the main role of greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere? A. They trap heat. B. They release oxygen. C. They absorb ultraviolet light. D. They increase water vapor. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. They trap heat. Explanation. Greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere, contributing to the warming of the planet. 12. Which of the following gases absorbs infrared radiation? A. Oxygen. B. Nitrogen. C. Methane. D. Helium. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Methane. Explanation. Methane, a greenhouse gas, absorbs infrared radiation and plays a role in trapping heat within the atmosphere. 13. Why does San Francisco experience frequent earthquakes? A. It is located on a divergent plate boundary. B. It lies near a subduction zone. C. It is located along a transform plate boundary. D. It lies in the middle of a tectonic plate. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. It is located along a transform plate boundary. Explanation. San Francisco is located near the San Andreas Fault, which is a transform boundary where plates slide past each other, causing earthquakes. 14. What is the relationship between mass and acceleration, according to Newton's second law? A. Mass increases acceleration. B. Acceleration increases with decreasing mass. C. Mass has no effect on acceleration. D. Acceleration decreases as mass increases. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Acceleration decreases as mass increases. Explanation. Newton's second law states that acceleration is inversely proportional to mass when the same force is applied. 15. What happens to the force of gravity between two objects when the distance between them is doubled? A. It remains the same. B. It decreases. C. It increases. D. It doubles. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. It decreases. Explanation. The gravitational force between two objects decreases with the square of the distance between them. 16. Which atmospheric layer contains the ozone layer? A. Troposphere. B. Stratosphere. C. Mesosphere. D. Thermosphere. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Stratosphere. Explanation. The ozone layer, which protects Earth from harmful UV rays, is located in the stratosphere. 17. Which SI unit is used to measure mass? A. Kilogram. B. Gram. C. Meter. D. Joule. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Kilogram. Explanation. The kilogram is the SI base unit used to measure mass. 18. What is the SI base unit for time? A. Seconds. B. Minutes. C. Hours. D. Days. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Seconds. Explanation. The SI unit for time is seconds, which is the standard for measuring time in scientific contexts. 19. What process absorbs heat and releases water vapor into the atmosphere? A. Evaporation. B. Condensation. C. Freezing. D. Melting. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Evaporation. Explanation. Evaporation is the process in which water absorbs heat and changes from liquid to vapor, adding moisture to the atmosphere. 20. Which type of storm is most violent? A. Hurricane. B. Thunderstorm. C. Tornado. D. Blizzard. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Tornado. Explanation. Tornadoes are the most violent storms, with high wind speeds and rapid destruction. 21. What is the primary cause of plate movement? A. Gravitational force. B. Convection currents in the mantle. C. Wind currents. D. Magnetic fields. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Convection currents in the mantle. Explanation. Convection currents in Earth's mantle drive the movement of tectonic plates. 22. Which of the following gases is most abundant in Earth's atmosphere? A. Oxygen. B. Nitrogen. C. Carbon dioxide. D. Ozone. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Nitrogen. Explanation. Nitrogen makes up approximately 78% of Earth's atmosphere. 23. What is the densest layer of Earth's atmosphere? A. Troposphere. B. Stratosphere. C. Mesosphere. D. Thermosphere. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Troposphere. Explanation. The troposphere is the lowest and densest layer of Earth's atmosphere. 24. Which law explains why momentum is conserved during collisions? A. Newton's first law. B. Newton's second law. C. Law of conservation of momentum. D. Law of conservation of energy. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. C. Law of conservation of momentum. Explanation. The law of conservation of momentum states that momentum is conserved in an isolated system during a collision. 25. What happens when a cold front moves into an area? A. Warm air rises above cold air. B. Cold air displaces warm air. C. Air pressure increases rapidly. D. Humidity decreases. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Cold air displaces warm air. Explanation. At a cold front, cold air pushes beneath warm air, often result. 26. What type of energy is stored in chemical bonds? A. Potential energy. B. Thermal energy. C. Electromagnetic energy. D. Chemical energy. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. D. Chemical energy. Explanation. Chemical energy is the energy stored within chemical bonds that can be released during chemical reactions. 27. What type of bond involves the sharing of electrons between two non-metal atoms? A. Ionic bond. B. Covalent bond. C. Metallic bond. D. Hydrogen bond. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Covalent bond. Explanation. Covalent bonds involve the sharing of electron pairs between atoms, typically between non-metals. 28. What happens to the electrons in a metallic bond? A. They are shared between two atoms. B. They form an electron C. C. They are transferred from one atom to another. D. They combine to form new atoms. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. They form an electron C. Explanation. In metallic bonds, electrons move freely in an electron sea, contributing to the properties of metals. 29. What is the result of the law of conservation of energy? A. Energy can be created but not destroyed. B. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. C. Energy is constantly created and destroyed. D. Energy is converted into matter. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Explanation. The law of conservation of energy states that energy is never lost. It can only be transformed from one form to another. 30. Which type of wave requires a medium to travel? A. Electromagnetic wave. B. Longitudinal wave. C. Mechanical wave. D. Radio wave. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Mechanical wave. Explanation. Mechanical waves, such as sound waves, require a medium like air, water, or solids to propagate. Struggling with your WGU exams? We've all been there. Welcome to OAexams.com, your ultimate resource for WGU success. Find over 15,000 plus questions and answers. Join our thriving community of over 10,000 active WGU students and an impressive 100% success rate with our premium exam support. Visit OAexams.com today and take the first step toward guaranteed success. 31. How does a solid differ from a liquid in terms of particle movement? A. Solid particles vibrate but do not move past each other. B. Solid particles flow like liquids. C. Solid particles move rapidly in all directions. D. Solid particles expand and contract rapidly. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Solid particles vibrate but do not move past each other. Explanation. In solids, particles vibrate in place but remain in fixed positions, giving solids a definite shape. 32. What best describes the kinetic energy of an object? A. Energy stored due to an object's position. B. Energy of motion. C. Energy stored in chemical bonds. D. Energy caused by temperature change. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Energy of motion. Explanation. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by an object in motion. 33. What type of wave is sound? A. Electromagnetic wave. B. Transverse wave. C. Longitudinal wave. D. Mechanical wave. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. Longitudinal wave. Explanation. Sound is a longitudinal wave where particles move parallel to the direction of wave propagation. 34. What is the function of friction in most cases? A. To increase motion. B. To reduce motion. C. To eliminate gravity. D. To increase velocity. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. To reduce motion. Explanation. Friction typically acts to oppose motion, reducing the speed of moving objects. 35. Which layer of the atmosphere contains the International Space Station? A. Exosphere. B. Mesosphere. C. Stratosphere. D. Thermosphere. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Thermosphere. Explanation. The International Space Station orbits in the thermosphere, where temperatures are very high. 36. Which law explains why an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force? A. Newton's first law. B. Newton's second law. C. Newton's third law. D. Law of conservation of momentum. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Newton's first law. Explanation. Newton's first law, also known as the law of inertia, states that an object will remain in motion unless acted upon by an external force. 37. Which process is responsible for the movement of sand dunes? A. Glaciation. B. Deposition. C. Erosion. D. Aeolian processes. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. D. Aeolian processes. Explanation. Aeolian processes refer to the movement of sediment, like sand, by the wind, forming dunes in dry areas. 38. What is the result of combining a metal with a non-metal in a chemical bond? A. Covalent bond. B. Ionic bond. C. Metallic bond. D. Hydrogen bond. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Ionic bond. Explanation. Ionic bonds form between metals and non-metals, where electrons are transferred from one atom to another. 39. What is the unit of force in the SI system? A. Joule. B. Watt. C. Newton. D. Kilogram. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Newton. Explanation. Force is measured in newtons, N, in the International System of Units, SI. 40. What happens to the momentum of an object if its velocity is doubled? A. The momentum remains unchanged. B. The momentum is halved. C. The momentum doubles. D. The momentum quadruples. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. C. The momentum doubles. Explanation. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. So if the velocity doubles, the momentum also doubles. 41. What is a characteristic of visible light? A. It has the longest wavelength of all electromagnetic waves. B. It has the highest energy of all electromagnetic waves. C. It is the only electromagnetic wave visible to the human eye. D. It has the lowest frequency of all electromagnetic waves. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. It is the only electromagnetic wave visible to the human eye. Explanation. Visible light is a small portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that can be detected by the human eye. 42. What is the difference between speed and velocity? A. Velocity includes direction. Speed does not. B. Speed includes direction. Velocity does not. C. They are the same. D. Velocity includes acceleration. Speed does not. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Velocity includes direction. Speed does not. Explanation. Speed is a scalar quantity that measures how fast an object moves, while velocity is a vector quantity that includes both speed and direction. 43. What type of front occurs when warm air moves over cold air? A. Warm front. B. Cold front. C. Stationary front. D. Occluded front. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. A. Warm front. Explanation. A warm front occurs when warm air moves over cold air, often bringing drizzly rain followed by clearer weather. 44. What is the primary greenhouse gas emitted by volcanoes? A. Carbon dioxide. B. Methane. C. Water vapor. D. Nitrous oxide. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Water vapor. Explanation. Water vapor is the most abundant greenhouse gas emitted by volcanoes, contributing to the greenhouse effect. 45. Which of the following describes a chemical change? A. Water evaporating. B. Iron rusting. C. Ice melting. D. Salt dissolving in water. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. B. Iron rusting. Explanation. A chemical change involves the formation of a new substance, as occurs when iron rusts to form iron oxide. 46. What type of bond forms when electrons are shared between atoms? A. Ionic bond. B. Covalent bond. C. Metallic bond. D. Hydrogen bond. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Covalent bond. Explanation. In a covalent bond, electrons are shared between atoms, typically between non-metals. 47. Which layer of Earth's atmosphere is the coldest? A. Troposphere. B. Stratosphere. C. Mesosphere. D. Thermosphere. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Mesosphere. Explanation. The mesosphere is the coldest layer of the atmosphere, with temperatures dropping as low as 90 degrees Celsius. 48. What is the energy of motion called? A. Kinetic energy. B. Potential energy. C. Chemical energy. D. Thermal energy. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Kinetic energy. Explanation. Kinetic energy is the energy an object possesses due to its motion. 49. What is the SI unit for energy? A. Watt. B. Joule. C. Newton. D. Kilogram. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Joule. Explanation. The SI unit for energy is the joule, which measures work or energy in the context of physical systems. 50. What happens to an object in free fall under the influence of gravity alone? A. Its speed decreases. B. Its speed remains constant. C. Its speed increases. D. Its direction changes. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Its speed increases. Explanation. In freefall, an object's speed increases due to the acceleration caused by gravity. You've reached the end of our first question set. For the complete exam preparation experience, visit us at oaexams.com, where you'll find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.